Welcome to How to Void Receipts. It should be noted that even though end users have the ability to receive their own orders, the only group that can void receipts in Coupa are central receivers or warehouse personnel. How we start voiding receipts is we go to the Inventory tab, and then we go to the View Receipts subtab. This then brings up all Pinnacle Entertainment previous receipts. Now, just like when we go to the Receive screen, we have three view fields that we have to be aware of. The first is the View tab. Right now, I'm looking at all, meaning all previous receipts for Pinnacle Entertainment. Now, if I'd like to filter that to just my properties, I will select the view, I will find my properties receipts and select. Once it updates, I will just be looking at my properties receipts. The second view field is the limiting results to 90 days. This is like a Coupa time saver. So instead of downloading all receipts all the time, it limits you to just the last 90 days. If this is a concern and you'd like to get rid of this filter, all you have to do is select the X and OK, and it will remove the filter and show you all receipts for Blackhawk. Now, the last one I have to be aware of, if I scroll all the way down to my screen, just like on the receipts section, there is a per page selection where I can choose to view 15 lines, 45 lines, or 90 lines. I always select 90 lines, giving me the most information possible, but this is also a filter you need to be aware of. So when I scroll to the top, I will find the information that it gives me are my ship to, my PO, the created date, the status, who it was from, who did it, the quantity, a bunch of information. When I scroll all the way to the right, I will find an actions column. Now the actions column, if I note, has a red return arrow, kind of. That is a void receipt function. Notice the first line does not have one, but the second line does. The first line does not have the action because if I take a look back over here to the status, this has already been voided. So I cannot void something that has already been voided. So if I go back to the Actions tab, the one with the red arrows are the ones that I can actually take action and void in this screen. Now, for me to find the purchase order that I'm looking to void, I can do it two ways. I can type the purchase order in the search function, or I can use the advanced feature, type in one or more search options, select search, and the system will limit my view field to exactly what I'm looking for. Now notice it does not give me a void all or a line selection option here, meaning that I have to void each line individually. So I start by selecting the void receipt. I click on the return. It takes me into the void receipt option where I am given the option of a note. I want to make sure I note why I'm voiding this receipt. So I can put mistake, item was never received on property, if that is what I choose to note, and that's why I'm voiding the receipt. Once I've typed in the appropriate note letting people why I'm voiding this, I will select the void receipt option. It's going to ask me, am I sure? I will select OK, and my receiving consumption has been voided. To verify this, I would actually go to the purchase order number, and if I look under the received quantity, it is now back at 0. That is how you void a receipt in Coupa.